Hi, I'm Diana Vela with the National Cowgirl Museum in Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm standing here with Terri Moyers, who is a 2015 honoree into the National Cowgirl Museum and Hall of Fame, and also she is placing an exhibit in our brand new Anne Marion Gallery, and it is called Grace and Grit. And I'm standing here with Terri in front of one of her paintings called A Cowboy Girl. And Terri, I guess what I'd like to know is how you get your inspiration for these paintings and what brought to mind this particular painting we're standing in front of.
I guess for me, it always struck me as interesting that during this time period, they referred to cowgirls as cowboy girls. So that's sort of just an interesting bit of history. And I thought, I love doing when I do cowgirls, I like doing a little more historical look. I like the sort of teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, in that period. I love the style of dress, the hats they wore, the glad rags or scarves, the saddles, all that stuff. I love the look of that period. So that's usually what you see in my cowgirl paintings.
I really like this picture for how relaxed that the girl seems to be. I like her dress. I like her expression. I like the bird. What can you tell us about this picture and your inspiration for it?
Well, this painting isn't really based a lot on reality. I mean, not too many girls climb up into a tree in a dress, but it for me, it's almost sort of a metaphorical thing. There's a piece of music I love very much. It's called The Lark Ascending by Ralph Vaughan Williams, an English composer. So this painting is called The Lark Ascending, and it's mostly about to me, the spirit of the girl. And she's obviously in a sort of a dream state, and the lark represents her spirit and whatever it is she's dreaming or thinking about.
Terri, I'm standing in front of a painting that I really like. I enjoy the colors. I enjoy the emotion that is in the painting. There's also probably a lot of symbolism going on in this painting as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about this one?
Yeah, this painting is called The Weeping Virgin, and the title refers to the Santo, the statue of the saint. I was able to acquire this Santo in Santa Fe at the Santa Fe Flea Market, of all places, a number of years ago, and she's exquisite. She's actually a miniature of one of the large Santos that they process through the streets of Sevilla, Spain, every Easter. And almost all of the Santos of the Virgin Mary that they do that with in Sevilla have little tears running down their faces, and they're weeping virgins. Anyway, I love this Santo. I've painted her a number of times, and she sits in my studio and watches over me all the time. And so it's kind of a special painting for me. And I just felt like the young girl, this is a home shrine, and the young girl, for whatever reason, has a reason to pray to the Santo and ask for some special favor.
Terri, there is such variety within your work, and we're standing in front of one of those pieces that I think really shows your range in terms of themes and topics. And can you tell us a little bit about this particular painting?
Of course. This is called Rainbow Bird, and it refers to, of course, the parrot and the colors, in his feathers. And the parrots were very important and special to the Pueblo people. They traded for these birds with peoples from Mexico, so they actually had parrots that had been traded for, and living parrots that they brought up to the Pueblos in the Southwest. And being from Santa Fe, I've learned a little bit about the Pueblo people, and I thought it was fascinating, and I wanted to portray just an interesting picture about that subject matter. So
Terry, we're standing in front of just a beautiful painting, and it's one of my favorites. And I'd like to know if you can talk a little bit about your inspiration for this, and also particularly the title of this particular work.
Sure. This painting is titled The Man in Her Life. And for me, as a little girl, I mean, I loved horses right off the bat. That's what I thought about. That's what I loved and still do. I love to paint horses and draw horses. Anyway, so for many young girls, horses are, you know, pretty important. And this model, her name is Cindy, she modeled for me many, many times. You'll see her in a lot of my Cowgirl paintings. She is an excellent horsewoman, and I was just blessed to have Cindy be able to you know, get up on any horse and ride for me whenever I needed her, and she was terrific. But anyway, the horse as well, he was a wonderful little stallion. His name is Cielo, and he was a Spanish Barb stallion, and just a gorgeous fellow. So I thought it would be really cool to title this painting The Man in Her Life, because for this girl, this horse is the most important man in her life.